Hello, lovelies. Let's talk a little bit more about resolve and strength of character. And Merry Christmas. It's Christmas. Today is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. So essentially, like, what I want to say about that is you have to stand up for what you believe in. You have to spend your life getting to know yourself. I've had to spend my life getting to know myself, being subjected to pain or creating life situations that caused pain, working through the pain, grieving, feeling that, learning who I am, learning what kind of things put me in pain, and so that I don't continue to expose myself to that in the future. And part of that is once you start to learn who you are, you learn what you believe. You learn what your morals are, what your compass is, what makes you you and not somebody else. And it's super important that you don't lose that you love yourself. I love myself on such a level that I'm not willing to ever sacrifice that for somebody, for someone else, or for something else. I'm not willing to stand by and watch people do the wrong thing when it's going to affect other people or it's going to affect me. I don't need to go pushing myself into every situation, strangers' lives and stuff like that. But when I'm involved, especially when it's people that I care about, when somebody that I care about, when they're doing something that's so wrong by me and my beliefs, it's up to me to confront that person out of love, to not enable them. And what you're gonna find in your growth, and as you do this sort of thing, you're gonna find that the hardest people to stand up to are the ones you love. They're the ones you love. It's going to be your family. It's going to be your partner. It's going to be your friends. They're the hardest people to stand up to. Your kids. Because we love them, we care about their emotional state. We don't want them to be sad or upset. And we know that when we confront them, they're going to be sad and upset. And we know, depending on their character and who they've proven themselves to be, we know a lot of times that they're going to turn that back on us in some way. And they're going to try to make that our fault. That we don't support or love them unconditionally, or that we're self-centered, or they're going to come up with 1,000 things to try to cut you down in your belief and love. But the truth is, confront them out of love. That's strength of character. When you have the resolve, the strength of character to confront the people that you love, in order that they don't continue to behave in such a way that's not healthy for them or those around them, that's strength of character. Strength of character is shown in hard times. Enabling somebody is not healthy for them. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the people around you or around them. If someone comes to me, they're in my life, I love them, they have a problem, whether it be a drug addiction, maybe a gambling problem, maybe they have a sexual addiction or some sort of anything. They got some kind of a problem. There is a thing. It's up to me to as a loving friend, partner, or relative, to say to them, like, this behavior, I won't support it. I won't support that. I love you, and I support you, but I'm not going to come and do drugs with you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put on some show and just pretend it's okay, because it's not fucking okay. What you're doing is not okay. And it's my job as a loving person of strength and character to confront you. So you're gonna find a lot of people are gonna turn you into an enemy and try to disclude you from their lives. People have this kind of desire to, depending on their well-being, they have a desire to sort of insulate themselves so that they can further continue to live in their dysfunction. Because the ego doesn't ever want you to battle it. The ego doesn't want you to get better. Your ego wants to live in this fictional world where everything you can ignore and you can carry on in your bad behavior and never really grow. And so what you start to do, these people will start to eliminate their family from their lives. They'll start to eliminate their friends from their lives. They'll start to have only a selective people around them, the people that don't challenge them, the people that just pat them on the back, don't really know them. They give them this, the energy and whatever, tell them, you're a great person, blah, 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 carry on, we love you, blah, 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 blah. But it's a fictional reality. It's not real. I quite often, that's why the people we've known our whole lives, that's why family, that's why those people give us such a fucking hard time. They give us they're the people that affect us the most. It's Christmas. It's this time of year when people around their families and they're all fucked up about it. That's because that person is making you face your fucking reality, your demons, even if not on purpose, even if not intentional. Just being around your uncle so-and-so who used to treat you a certain way when you were a kid, it fucks with you because you're still somehow identifying with that child. Or being around a certain family member who has moved forward in their life and on their spiritual path, and now they're on the level. It fucks with you because you can't relate to them if you haven't grown, and you're like, oh, well, so and so thinks they're fucking blah 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 now or whatever. Anyway, the point being, you have to stand up to these people in order to have your own growth, and hopefully they choose to grow. But if they don't, you need to be in a place of self-love and strength, and you need to remain equanimous in that. I need to say for myself, I had to stand up to somebody within the last couple of days. And it was difficult because essentially I knew that person wasn't going to be happy about it. But I needed to stand up for what I believe is right. And so I did. And of course that person's trying to use everything to, attack, and defend. I mean, the reality is that I love that person, but I'm not responsible for that person's emotional state. I'm not responsible for their life choices. I'm only there to support and to love. And sometimes, the things that come with that induce bad feelings for the person because you've confronted their ego, and nobody likes that. People say they want honesty. They say they want resolve and strength of character, but when they're faced with it, most people run, cry, scream, yell, be violent. They cave under the pressure. They don't really know how to deal with it, and it's tough. But I'm not responsible for that person's emotional state. You're not responsible for the people who you're going to need to stand up to. You're not responsible for their emotional state. You can love them and support them and be there for them, and if they want help to change the behavior or any of these kind of things, you can facilitate that. You can love and support, be loving and supportive, of course, but it doesn't mean that you need to do everything that they say. It doesn't mean that you need to feel guilty because you have a moral code because you don't want to enable them. That's the part that makes it hard. But once you learn to separate that, you're not responsible for their state. You're not responsible for that person's state, emotional state of being, life choices, anything. You're not responsible for that. I'm responsible for my emotional state of being. I'm responsible for that. And that's beautiful. And that's a life of its own. That's my life's journey of its own. Just to master my own state of being. How could I be responsible for anyone else's? This is such a all-encompassing path of its own, just to do that, just to say that I can remain equanimous in the situation. And really that's it. Strength of character is proven in those hard times. And you gotta stand up. I don't know. Merry Christmas. I love and support you, and reach out in this time if you need it. A lot of people have been reaching out in the last week, and I love to be able to be there for my people. I love you all, and anyway, bye.